Alright guys, welcome back to Cottonwood Grove, and as you can see we did a lot of work on that little time-lapse there. That was from the live stream I did this week. I was getting a lot done on some of the scenery. I wanted to finish up this station. We got basically everything done aside from obviously the things on the exterior, but all the interior and the basic shape of the building is all done now. We got all these planters in, all these windows in, and we recovered everything as well. And I think it all looks pretty good. I think it all turned out pretty well. I have kind of realized something now. As I've continued with the series, my original plan, as I probably mentioned a lot in this series so far, was to kind of do a lot of park management stuff, I guess, during the episode, and then do the scenery afterwards, and then just not really worry too much about putting too much time into the scenery, you know, and do more of a park management style let's play. But I'm finding that really difficult. I really like building things like this. I really enjoy you know, adding these kind of cool looking stations and things to the park, and I really don't want to stop doing that. So I think we're kind of at a juncture here where we could either not put as much scenery work into the rest of the build, and we could expand the park really big and make just a huge park full of people, and it gets really crazy and awesome. Or, and I think is the better alternative, is to still put the same amount of rides, but I think what we should do is try to condense the park more. So, you know, have some rides interact here and there. And, whoa, how did this guy... Oh, it's invisible. I was like, how did this guy get over here? I really would just... I would like to keep adding rides, you know, and growing the park during these live episodes, but I'd still like to be able to... you know, not have to just keep adding, because the thing is, when I add big sections like this, where I add a big wooden coaster or something, or add another coaster over here, that's a large new portion of the park that I have to theme afterwards. Not that I have to theme it, but that I want to theme it. I don't want to build big open things and not finish theming them, because that really bothers me. I don't like doing things like that. So basically, I would like to kind of condense the park more. That way we have more rides for each, you know, for all the work that we do in terms of scenery. I'd like to get more rides in there. So more rides per scenery object, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I want to have some really awesome buildings and then kind of cram some rides in there to really get the most out of the scenery we build, either off camera or on camera. So anyway, that's the plan. As you can see, I was actually about to start doing some custom supports on this ride when I realized I actually really want to add something back here, and I think it'd be kind of cool to do some sort of like go-kart track or something that kind of comes up over to here. We'll have a little like hillside house, village house or something that's kind of interacting with this area over here. Maybe some rides on this side, but basically I just want to add some more rides over here first before we start going into the rest of it. But first of all, let's take a look at what we did so far in this time-lapse. I did add some pretty cool new things. I made this really awesome custom bridge that we were kind of starting last episode. You can see it all fits pretty well, and it's got some lights hanging down here. We got some kind of nice little bits of lighting you wouldn't really notice. Like I put some more down in here as well, so all this stuff is lit pretty well, but you really can't tell too much from the outside, which is nice. It also isn't super bright lighting. I noticed that these lights from the Vermont set, like this one here, they're super bright. I don't know why, but they're really bright. So I found some lights that weren't as bright. Now I am thinking that I might actually try and pull this. I might try and put the path one more over, like, let's see, I don't know, this is still, I was thinking of adding foliage here actually. I think I'll keep it how it is. So, essentially my plan would be to add some buildings on this side over here. Obviously we need to complete this whole area. This is all very much so unfinished, but I also want to add some stuff over here. So we'll go over here now, but like I said, you can see that we finished up this building here. We've got some pretty cool, like, station stuff going on. I added like this whole like mechanics in there, and there's like all this cool stuff going on. So yeah, that's that so far. Let's go over here and kind of plan out our next little piece of this little corner back here. I do think, like I said before, a go-kart track would be pretty cool. We've got go-karts. I don't really see what else we would use. We could always go with some sort of like vintage coaster, some sort of weird coaster you wouldn't usually see, like a bobsled or something, or a maybe I don't know. I don't know what else would really fit over here besides go-karts. We could always do something like I saw it up here. Where did that go? Something like a corkscrewing coaster. I don't know where I went. Here it is, coaster. You know, something like that. That's really I don't know. It's a more simple design, so you don't have as big of a ride, I guess. But I'm not a huge corkscrewing coaster fan anyway, so that's not a big deal. Let me skim ahead here so we can get back to daytime, because it's always really dark back here, and we can start on the what I think is going to be an alpine coaster. So it could be really, really cool later on. Maybe we'll keep that one in mind for later. As you can see, we also got a ton of money now. We're at 48,000 in funds, and we're making money every month with no problem. I could always raise the entrance fee. I really haven't worried about it because I don't have a loan right now, and I'm making tons of money. I'll probably just keep it how it is and just add more rides. It's probably the best way to do it, so we can get people coming into our park. And we should be fine if we do that. Wow, I just noticed, is that floating? Oh, it's got a little stick on it. Anyway, so let's start. I'm the master of getting super off task here, so I don't want to do too much about this episode. So something to keep in mind, we do have this this curve coming back here. It could be problematic if we're not careful. Let me save before. Oh, I actually didn't even do anything, so I'm not gonna worry about that. But if we do somehow mess this up super bad, we can always go back and revert to our save there. But let's see, how do we want to do this? I don't really want to block any of this stuff. We're gonna have some, obviously, some nice foliage and rocks and stuff back here as well. I also don't want the station to be blocking any potential growth in this direction. I do think it'd be cool, though, actually, if we had a pretty long go-kart track that kind of extended itself further than the usual go-kart tracks. Usually in real life, you wouldn't see very complex and crazy go-kart tracks. You would see, you know, pretty compact stuff because they don't really want to spend much money on all this stuff. But I personally think that a crazy awesome go-kart track would be pretty cool. And ooh, what if it went over this little dip here? Now that would be cool. So we're obviously not taking the path in this direction here because this is all kind of blocked out. So what if we did the go-kart track in this direction? So let's see. Let's start it with let's have it start going in this direction. So we're gonna have the station essentially gonna be right here. It's gonna come out in a little bridge over this thing. So we'll start here. I like to make these a bit longer than the usual station. So let's go with 7. Oh, that's uneven. That's going to bother me forever. Let's do one more. There we go. That should be enough for a big station. You know, I think it'd be kind of cool to make a realistic go-kart track that kind of has some sort of like merge section where the station would be. If that makes any sense. So what I mean by that is if we had this, do this little pit change thing here. I wish there was some way to like remove these tires so we could have it just merge right into this part here. That's alright though. Has someone ever made like an invisible CTR? Wouldn't that be really cool to have like an invisible go-kart track CTR? That'd be pretty sweet. You can make some crazy stuff with that. You can have just like, you can even make jumps and things. You can make it like do a little invisible bump and you can have it like jump off of something. That'd be crazy. Why has that not been made yet? That'd be so much fun to play with. So the first question is, okay, good, we can build up on ourselves. So keep that in mind. I'm going to actually make the station real quick now since I know that. This is what I meant when I said adding a little piece to this. Oop, wrong thing. Go-karts. We'll just use the straight up flat track. But I kind of imagined having something here that just merges straight with this. Although, how can we do that without causing issues? I don't want this to become a collision problem. Yeah, let's just not worry about that then. I don't think that we're gonna have to deal with that too much anyway. But in that case, oop, what did I just put that? Did I just wait a second? What just happened? And what is this? That's what I want to know. Oh, it's down here. Okay, I was like, what? Close. That was very confusing for a minute there. Okay, well, in that case, we'll need to make this little curvy thing. That's kind of weird. In fact, we could probably start by going straight and doing that. Should we do that? It's a pretty broad turn. That's right, though. We're going to have some sort of, like, exit thing over on this side, I think. So we'll take it this way. I'm going to obviously manipulate the terrain later. I might actually do that. No, I won't do it yet, but I'm going to probably add some sort of, like, tunnel thing here so it looks a bit better than just having the track go straight over it. But and let's just do the wide turns, because I'm not a huge fan of the sharp turns. They just seem a little bit too sharp. Although I won't limit myself in any way, but that's something I want to keep in mind. And I like how you're going to be diving into this like carted off tunnel like this, and then let's just take this back, and this is where I will use the quick tight turn here. We're gonna need to have I'm wondering how we can keep this from being too long of a ride. That's my one concern, although I don't think it really matters anyway. I like the idea of having like a giant go-kart track. Don't we always like wish they would have the funds and the money to make some like crazy awesome go-kart track where you could just drive for a super long time and go around the whole park or something? That'd be pretty cool. I would most definitely ride that. I want to make a little bridge. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to go through a nice looking tunnel. Kind of like, I really like making bridges with the with this set here, this like wooden pillar set. Man, it looks so nice. I love it. Okay, so we'll do 4. I think on the top is a pretty good number, because that's about how much room we're gonna need anyway. So now here's the thing. We're probably gonna have to play around with the terrain a bit to make it all match up. So let's see. I think the trick for this one's kind of going Tycoon 1 and 2 style, where we use the actual original terrain manipulation tools to just kind of build it right onto it, and then kind of warp the terrain around it to make it all look smooth and natural. Because I don't want this to be like hovering off the ground or anything that look kind of weird. But I do think, let's see, if we're coming from this side, yeah, we're gonna want to take it, I think, further out, and then doing a little like loop over here and coming back would be the best thing to do. So let's take this here. I want to make sure we're on flat. We're on flat, yeah. Okay, good. We'll take this out to here. And this is where I think we're going to have to be worried about the terrain. So how about we take it down? Let's take it down 2, I think, is probably a good number. So like I said, we'll like make up a terrain nice and smooth and even later on. Oh, interesting. So it looks like this doesn't really drop by the same rate you'd expect it to. Hold on a second here. Yeah, it's actually different than I expected it to do. Interesting. How are you supposed to make this all conform then? That's what I want to know. So let's try this again. If you come here, so that, okay, let's see about this then. So you're telling me that I can't do this. See, it looks like it's not making anything blue. Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. You know, a little bit less than that then. Just pull this down with it. Did I just do it again? Oh, I did. Man, I don't know if it's going to be that easy to do some sort of conforms. I think it'd almost be better to do, to just have the ground lower and then pull it up to the same height. It's probably the easier way of doing it. So let's stop worrying so much about this. I might just pull it down a little bit now so we don't have to keep pulling things down. Anyway, what I really wanted to do, let me just get all this stuff kind of out of the way for now. All I wanted to do was have this turn like this. So that's probably fair game to pull that back up again. We don't need to have this all the way down. And then let's take it down 1 like that. Then we'll have it come this way. Do a little hairpin turn there. Wish there are diagonals in this one. That would be nice. But I think that's kind of a good alternative. So let's do something like that. Let's not make it so close though. Oh, that's kind of cool. Why don't we use that sort of maneuver more frequently? So gotta keep in mind that this is the edge of the map here. Can't really work any further in that direction. I think this is a good turnaround spot though. So we'll pull back up again. I'll go 2. Is it too high? Oh, that's too high. Let's go 1. I'm gonna come out this way because I want this to be. This is now entering the house. So the little thing we're gonna build back here is probably gonna be around this area. This will be all inside. I'm gonna have it come out. Do a little peek out the balcony right here. It's gonna be a little balcony right there. I think is a good spot for it. And then we will have it return to the house. Actually, let's have it. Yeah, let's keep the turns tight. So come out, there's the balcony. Come back in again. That way we can do a little smoother turnaround there. Actually, no, we want to keep this open too so we can do some stuff with the front here. Have a second little balcony out here. It's a little bit smaller than the first one. Some tight track work in here. Have to be a master driver to maneuver through that, and then we will come. Look at how big this is already. This is a huge track. I wonder if there are any Go-Kart TTRs. I'm curious now. You'd think they would be. Let's pull this one in as well, since it's going to be the inner part of the track. And since we're exiting the house part again here, let's like take this into the basement or something. That would be cool. So it comes out of like a lower level than it enters from. So I'll have it come down this way. How do you even get it to be that point? I'm confused. Oh, whatever. So there's that lower level we're talking about. I think I have some rock wall sets that'll work there. So I'm gonna be alright with that for now. And then we'll take this out again, back on the outside of the house. And then it's going to come up. Let's go one more forward so we don't have to worry about terrain issues here. Oh, whatever, that's fine how it is. We're just taking it to there anyway. Let's do another little maneuver over here. I don't know, I like to think of designing go-kart tracks as more than just making something that's really simple for the sake of the park, but something would be like a lot of fun to drive on. I think this would be a lot of fun to drive on. So let's go this way. Okay, we need to make this little turnaround back to here again, but I think entering one more would even be pretty cool if we had some other flat rides we interact with over here. What if we had, ooh, what if we did this? What's a cool flat ride we could have interact with? Gravitron, maybe? Maybe so. Ooh, a meteorite would be pretty cool. I don't know. We already got a drop ride, right? The Fiery Fist Pain? Yeah, we do. Alright. Man, I don't know what to use. We got some cool things. The Twister, the Zipper. I think something less carnival-ish. I'd like something more, Actually, you know, the meteorite's pretty cool. I almost want to use this. This seems really exciting. Let's have it face this way. What if it like went through the loop? That'd be crazy. I don't think that's gonna happen, but that would still be cool. Let's take it way back here then. Have it interact with this, or actually I think even, oh, we needed to come back to here eventually. Let's have the meteorite right here. I think it's gonna be in front of another house that comes back on this side, which will be the queue line for the meteorite. So I know this is all getting kind of confusing here with all these new additions. You know what? Let's make the meteorite higher up off the ground than this. I love this. We can just build and destroy things like the meteorite and have like no issues with money at all because we got so much money. Killing it. And we still Could very easily build another coaster and be fine. So here, and then let's raise it up a little bit, 'cause it's gonna be sitting on some sort of platform. I'm thinking, oh, we need to raise the ground, don't we? We can't just do that. Let's take the 4 up 4, like that, and I think this is the width of it, right? Let's find out. Where are you, meteorite? There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay. So there's the meteorite. It looks kind of weird now because it's not inside of a building, but it will be. Okay. So you need the invisible entrance and exit. This is gonna be the tricky part. We actually don't have we don't have the invisible path enabled, so this is gonna be a hard time. We could just go for it, of course, but it'll be tricky, to say the least. You know what? I'm gonna enable it real quick. I think it's worth it because I wanna work around this this queue when we start building the go-kart track back here. So hold on 1 second, and I'll be back in just a minute. All right, and I'm back. Sorry about that. So we now have the invisible paths enabled. You can see here. You can see all the textures again. And I'll head over here to our. Hold on, my mouse got messed up. There we go. We can head over. Wait. To here, and you can see. Let's see. Invisible entrance will work just fine. So I'm thinking to maximize the I don't know what the word for this is, to maximize the usefulness of the building, I guess you could say. I'd like to also put in maybe a shop or two. That'd probably be a good idea, I think. I wonder if I can lower the land now that I've built this meteorite thing on it, or if it's kind of just stuck at that height. Yeah, it looks like it's stuck there. Can't really build this thing. That's okay. The only thing I don't like about building on varied heights is the problems you get with placing objects whenever there's like a height difference. But I think this will be all right. I think what I'm gonna do, I might just make everything the same height. That could be the best option. Or the other option is just to straight up make this thing on the ground and not worry about that. What's the better option here? I think, you know, I almost think it would be better to put it on the ground. I know I just deleted it and moved it here, but I think that if you put it on the ground, then we don't have to deal with the height difference, which is a huge plus because I hate building on height differences. I think you guys know that already, but it's just probably the most frustrating thing ever, so I'm not going to deal with that again. That was already painful enough in this build over here because as you can see, this is all height differences and it's just horrible. So we're not doing that again. Let's just grab the meteorite and I'll put this thing down. Yeah, here. Throw down the invisible entrance. So let's kind of plot out here where we're gonna have this stuff go. I think the entrance should probably go closer to the side, so the exit can kind of go over to the food on the other side of the building. So I have that back over here, I think. Then let's see here. Let's plan out this direction we're taking this. I'm just going to go ahead and change the entrance to just temporarily a visible entrance so we can see the sign so we know what we're doing. And then I'll change it back later. All this rain coming in here. So my idea here actually is to take this up, because I kind of like the idea of having this kind of come out of a little balcony area over here. So I have one balcony here, then re-enter the inside space again. Have it kind of do a little loop around, and then I'll take it down. Let's see. Oh, this is the edge, isn't it? So we're gonna have to probably have the path curve like this, which means we're gonna have to move this. That's tricky. I'll have to redo this station a little bit, but we'll worry about that in a minute here. In that case, I'm gonna take this down this way. And then I think we're gonna have a little bridge over the entrance to this building. So like this. You'll see why in just a minute. I think I might actually just do one extra piece there. Oh, this nighttime is going to be awful. Let's just skip through that real quick. Ooh, best reliability, best value. Look at how fast that sign moves. It's kind of weird. The reliability of Skywell is low, right after I said best reliability. And the Fire Pistol Paint has very long queue times. Okay. Oh, it's daytime again. Alright, so for this back section, let's pull this out some more. Take it to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I want to have this come out like a little thing there. Take it back this way, and then we should have at least one more ride in this building because it's just so jam-packed full of or it's so big with this queue line. This queue line really is probably a little longer than it needs to be, but I'll put this down. Whoa, Congressman Cory Gardner, get out of here, man. Hold on. Sorry about that. Congressman Cory Gardner had something to say and just called me, I guess. I don't know what was up with that. My phone, I saw the phone ringing, but for some reason the one that I had next to my microphone was not ringing, so I assumed that I had the one phone in our house that doesn't ring, but then of course it still lets him leave messages there. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you guys. I have no idea what that was all about. Okay, anyway. So I want to add at least one more ride over here because I don't really like the idea of just having one for all of this building we're going to have here. Might as well have another one along with our nice... Let's see, let's put some shops down first just so we know everything's going to be. So I think definitely another invisible toilet would probably benefit us since we don't have one on this side yet. So I'll put an invisible toilet, and I think I'll just do a bunch of invisible necessities over on this side. So I'll do that, do the invisible first aid station, and then what else can we do with this? I think that's all we can do. So I'm just going to have all this stuff connect here. So I'm going to have to do something with this later. I'll keep that in mind though. And then, let's see. Since this is all going to be kind of its own separate little place here. Ooh, what if we had... Ooh, now I got an idea. Okay, let's put down some markings so we know what everything is. So I'm going to put snow down for... Oh, it's not going to be a good one to use. I'll put down this cobble stuff for places that are on the ground that are using custom facilities. And then I think my idea here is I want to have this come up and have a little patio, and we're going to have the go-karts go under the patio. So, I know, this is very theoretical idea here. We've got lots of things going on, lots of variables we're going to have to make sure all work out in the end. Hopefully we're not in over our heads here. But I think having a little inside area, maybe I'll have a little walkway surrounding something in the middle here. I'm gonna label the path locations as well with this, since we're using this anyway for the path. So we're gonna have a nice little restroom with a little centerpiece here, and then we're gonna take this up to a nice looking patio. Now here's the big thing. We need to make sure we have room for our go-karts to move under. So let's see here. I think just 2 is going to be alright. We're just going to pull 2 down here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This patio really will only be like I think like a half piece up off the original height. If that makes any sense. Well, I don't know why it puts this here when there's no actual path here. So just a ramp up or something. Not like a full-on uphill thing. So anyway, let's just pull this down. We're going to have to deal with this later anyway, because it's not actually going to go down at a consistent angle like that. Let's just take this thing, bring it on over this way. Oh, that could be a problem. We don't want this to come up on this side, or else it can't cross over here. What if... Yeah, that's a problem. Because I don't really want to use just one thin piece here like this, that would look kind of weird as well. Unless we did something like, I don't know, that just seems weird to me to do something like that. But I guess it's not. Huh. Oh, can we just do an S-bend? No, we can't, but we could do an S-bend in this direction. Like that. And I believe we could just do another S-bend over here like this and it would work just fine. So let's just do that, whatever. That's fine. Now, hold on a minute. Let's just fix this. How close can we get with this, first of all? I know we can't do that. What about like that, though? Let's just make a similar height here. Whoops, I want to do that. I think if you snap this side here like this, then you can snap this side to the same height. No? I suppose not. You know what? Let's just not worry about this. Let's just take this all the way down to here. And then let's bring this down a bit further so we can fit everything. Like so. I think that's deep enough for two. Let's take it a little this way as well. So we're gonna need a little bit more room than that for our whole patio. So we'll do one. Oh, that's a station. What? 1, 2. Now we'll start bringing it up from there. I think it's probably the best option. Now, let's see. Okay, we're one space out and then we start going up. So one space out and then bring this up. I think this is, what is this at here? This goes up 2. Right? Is that right? Yeah, that's right, because it does this. Okay, good, good. Perfect. Then we'll have it come out and do a little turnaround back here. Very nice. That's not even an unreasonable turnaround, but I kind of just wanted to, I don't know. Trying to make some organic shape back here or something. Does that look good? I think that looks pretty cool. A nice little turnaround back here. That was a huge go-kart track though. That's pretty crazy. Okay, and we'll take this back down again to here. Down below, bring it back up again. So we're gonna need to have a S-bend. I don't think we can do it any closer without creating problem. Oh, no, it's... Oh, yeah, but if we're gonna go this way, we have to. Okay. Do it a little bit closer then, so we can do this. Yeah, I still don't like this S-bend. Hold on, let's see if we can do something different, because I really just think this should be better than this. What if we did an S-bend this way, follow it by this turn? Ooh, is this gonna work? Oh, that'll work. Nice. Then we can do this. That'll work, right? Yeah, we're gonna have some sort of... I still have some circular objects in different sets that I can use to make that work. And we'll bring this back up again, back over the little hump here. Really, is this paused at nighttime? What an inconvenient time to be building at. I thought it was in play mode at least. Okay, so bring this back down again. Alright, so about the station. I think we should probably just have the station be right alongside the track back here. It's probably our best bet anyway. This will be a lot of fun to watch though. It's kind of like a go-kart tour. Okay, so there we go. That's what we got so far. Obviously, this is all going to be changed later on with a nice bridge and everything and a good station. But that'll all come later on. Oh, I didn't even make a station, did I? I was so focused on making this work. Let's just have it go from here. But I want to have the last piece not be station. There we go. That's solid. Let's test it. I want to see what the oh, you can only open it, right? Okay. That's right. So then in that case, we're going to need to pull this out. Let's do that now. And then we'll just assume whatever. I'll take it down about here. We're going to have to eventually make the path turn to avoid this part, but that's something we're about later on, I guess. Before we do that, though, let's just finish up this building now. Now that we got this little thing done. Okay, so patio-wise, I think what I want to do, I actually think we should have a bigger center thing than that. Let's see. That should be a little edge there. That should be a... Okay. Yeah, let's leave this all in the middle here as some sort of centerpiece we're going to have to work with later. Connect this. There we go. Now, about this. I mean, obviously we could just make the path here, but I don't think that's going to work very well. I think this is just too close. Yeah, you know what? This is not a good idea. I think that making the little centerpiece portion here this close to that exit is just a bad plan. It's just a recipe for disaster. So let's pull this stuff out. Get rid of all this zoning, planning stuff. And, okay. So, well, we know for a fact that we're going to have a ramp here. So let's make like a 2-width ramp here. Pull it up by 1 on each side. That way we got a nice little eating area out here. All right. Be easier to visualize this if we can actually see what this stuff is, but that's all right. I'll worry about the details of this path back here later on for the balcony. But I'm thinking we're gonna even have like a lower section, so we have it come out. Let's see, like this maybe. Then it connects to a lower piece down here. I don't know, something like that. I guess we'll figure that all out later. But that'll be kind of like a nice little eating section back here. And I was even thinking like an open, like a bar or something out here, kind of like we have over here on what's it called? The wow, what's this called anyway? How am I forgetting this? What is this called? Isle of the Blessed. There we go. Isle of the Blessed. Love it's like that. Anyway, okay. This is done. Good. Got this planned out. Let's figure this little section out here. So I think, since this is in the center anyway. Ooh, you know what? Let's just keep this as a straight path here. Which I think means we're going to need to use this. So let me delete these real quick. Make this all straight path. Straight through. Whoa. That was kind of buggy there. I don't know what happened there. Millhouse lemonade has been fixed. Oh, you know, I also want to fix 2 other things over here first. I keep forgetting about fixing. We'll do that in a minute, though. Okay, there's that. We need, we'll just connect these all here to this part. So it's kind of all in its own little section. Then we'll have this little part. Yeah, we'll have this little part here that enters in. So let me just mark this stuff off so we can get rid of the here be nothing signs later on. I'll also just go ahead and do this while I'm at it, because I like to, I don't know, I feel like this really adds to the path, just making a solid undertone to it. There we go. So we'll come back to this whole section later, but I'm going to have one more ride on this side, which I haven't really determined what it's going to be yet. You know, I could also make this just the restaurant pieces, but I think I'm going to do that here, actually. So we'll name this whole building. If you guys have an idea for the name of this building, so it's going to be a big building, I think. I don't know. It's kind of hard to name buildings, but I think it'd be cool to have like a big complex here. We'll have like a little ride over here. Maybe have what else are we going to add to this thing? I don't know, something exciting, maybe. Like a Gravitron. Something that can be like inside and not seem out of place. You know, it's because most of these things seem out of place outdoors, so I have to put them inside. So that's kind of a nice thing about building indoor portions. This Moonwalker thing is totally sweet, by the way. It's a CTR, CFR. The Phoenix Twister is always pretty cool. It's huge, though. Yeah, maybe not. How about junior rides? Already had the spiral slide kind of covered. I don't know. You could always just stick with this as is. I think it's fine. Maybe some like outdoor trampolines or something. Everyone likes trampolines, right? Why don't we just do that? Or like a power boat or something? No, that's stupid. But a trampoline, that'd be pretty cool. Where is that thing at? The mini trampolines. Is that in Thrill or Gentle? I think it's in Gentle. Where are you, trampolines? Here we go. I think this is sweet. This looks really cool whenever you have the invisible stuff surrounding it, so you don't have to, yeah, definitely going to use trampoline for this. So this will be outdoor then. It's going to go indoor for the queue, I think. Or actually, the queue could wrap around in the back. Let's do that. So I know this all seems pretty crazy right now. We're going to come back and do all the scenery, and it'll all look really good. Although this is going to be, wow, we're digging ourselves into it. Even a bigger hole than we're already in with scenery. We're going to have quite a bit of work to do, but that's alright. It'll be really cool when it's done. I'm excited to see what happens. And I think that while we still have all this exposed, we can always do like more roller coasters that kind of interact with the path like this one does. This one really is kind of like tucked in here like this. It's pretty cool. Worked out well. So, for the queue, let's have that one. Yeah, no, let's have this. We'll start out here. And then we'll have this one here for the exit. We can just take it right through. And then for the entrance, do an invisible queue that goes like this. Have it enter the building here. And go straight to there. That's fine. I think that this is correct, right? Let's just open or use a different. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I'll do the same thing with this one too, because there's no reason to have this anymore. Make it invisible. Awesome. Okay, I'm liking this so far. So this is the new section we'll be dealing with then. We're gonna have probably some stalls here, some stalls here, maybe an outdoor bar over here. We've got the essentials here, maybe minus the ATM, which could probably go somewhere along here. Got the bridge is gonna happen here. We've got a other bridge on this side. Let's see. We should probably smooth out this terrain then, so we can prepare for. Ooh, this gets a little close here. How close is? Oh, it's fine. It's got plenty of room. It'll go alongside the building though, so we're gonna have the building kind of getting a little closer. Might have to have it kind of tuck in a little bit so it doesn't get too close to this car back here. But other than that, okay, that's good. So we'll smooth this out next. Let's make sure we do everything else. Oh, right. Before we do that, though, there is one thing I forgot, and that's that I think we don't have enough staff right now. You see there's trash and there's puke on the ground. I don't think that we're hiring enough for 1,000 people staff-wise. Could probably use some more in the entrance at the very least. Let's see. I think right now we have one per area. So this guy's got the front entrance. This guy's got this section. This guy's got this section. He's got this section. This guy's got Serpent, which is a pretty decent strategy, but I think we need at least one more on the entrance area. I think I'll have one guy that covers the general entrance section down here, which should keep him more busy, or should relieve these guys from all their work they have to do keeping this area clean. So Staff. Yeah, so we'll hire another janitor here. Hello. We'll name you entrance. Do we have an entrance 2? I don't think we do. Let's find out. Oh, we do. We have an entrance 2 and 3. We'll say entrance relief. He's like the relief guy. He's gonna basically just make our lives a little bit easier in terms of I'll make these guys' lives more easy, I guess I should say. So I'll just train this guy all the way. There's no reason to not train the guys all the way at this point because they just get unhappy if you don't train them, and then they quit. And then I will go ahead and give you. So I want him to at least have the exit here of Dodgems. And we'll also give him so this is kind of just like a relief guy. He's gonna have pretty much everything over here. And then also I'll give him the duty of this section minus the inside. That can be covered by somebody else. There's no reason to have him doing that as well. Wow, that's weird. This scenery actually makes it so you can't see if you have that selected or not. That's kind of weird. And then I'll just have him stop there. That's probably big enough. Cool. Alright. Oh, it's dark again. I don't want that. Let's fast forward and then we can start on this over here. Oh, alright. So, for this little house back here, this is going to be kind of like the basement area. There we go. This is already kind of raised up to that height we're looking for anyway. Ooh, safest park. You know what? Let's keep all of this at the same height because it's going to suck to manipulate terrain later on anyway. So I'm going to keep all this here while we build the building. And then when it's all done, we can come back and... hold on. Let me just make sure all of this... Oh, that's not right. Yeah, basically I just want all the terrain to be the same height now. And then when we're all done with the building and stuff, then we can come back and manipulate that terrain around it to make it all fit. Actually, that would be a problem if we're dealing with... Ooh, yeah, that could be a problem, actually. We have to just deal with it and just do the height difference stuff now. Especially things like this. Alright, hold on then. Let's have this stuff all connect. What? Okay. Yeah, so my one concern then is how are we going to build a building without A, making it really hard to build with all the height differences, or B, creating the height difference, or I don't know, building it all and then having to move and smooth the terrain and causing all the hard work to go to waste because it all gets moved around. I think our best bet is just to make all of this on the same level ground here, at least for this section. This is barely different. Yeah, well, that'll all be the same, the exact same. Cool. That's good. And then, let's see. For these sections that are not necessarily going to be indoors, I don't really mind just really making an organic shape to them. Gives it more of a natural look. So we'll do... Let's see. Well, first of all, let's just smooth out this section here. Yeah, this is not the thing I'm not a big fan of, is when it gets all weird with the supports here and makes like a weird extended part, but I don't think there's really an easy way of fixing that. You can't really do much with the terrain tools. Well, actually, I suppose you can a little bit, but not really. I'll probably end up just, I'll probably end up just making some supports for it or something, or using some other custom scenery to make it all look natural. So then same with this side, we're gonna have to smooth all this stuff out. Alright, looking good so far. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, why is... Okay. That was being stuck by a... Oh, it kind of is a little bit. I don't know what's causing this stuff to... Is it... I don't know what that is, actually, but whatever. That's fine. We'll connect this stuff. That's part of the house. Let's not connect that there. And then this part we'll have to do on our own by hand, so we don't have to deal with the... everything being all messed up later. The indoor part. Whoop. There we go. So you can connect this last part. Come on. Look at all this laggy when I try and fix the terrain. It like freezes the game up and everything. Okay. There we go. So there's our semi-natural looking place for our go-karts. Obviously, we're gonna have to do some foliage and scenery work in that area, though, but that's okay. Alright, next thing I wanted to do, I did forget that we don't have trash bins and things over here as much as we should anyway. So let's go ahead and just put some down. Some benches and things down too while we're at it. I like having benches in front of these windows and places, like over here. Really? Why not there? Oh, there's a bathroom there. Oop. That's weird. It's not supposed to happen. Like walking through it. That's okay though. Okay, there's that. Where's our nice looking trash bin? Put one on each side just so they don't have any excuses for littering. Throwing trash all over my park. What are you doing? This guy looks pretty sick. I don't think he's having a very good time. Okay, let's put down these last few. So we'll probably do some foliage and stuff over here as well. Okay, cool, cool. How are things going? So we're at 42,000. We didn't lose like any money from doing that, which is pretty impressive, I must say. I'm surprised that we're still doing totally fine in that respect. We do need to route this this queue line. Also, let's see, what else do we need to do that I forgot about? I probably need to manipulate this train a bit as well. Make a bridge here. Scenery can come later. Ugh. I think Sunday's episode is going to be a lot of scenery work instead of what we're doing right now, which has kind of been just laying things out. And I'm thinking a coaster here could be pretty cool on this side. Maybe we'll do work on the front. The one thing I really want to do at some point is just change this. I really, really don't like the way this looks in the middle here with these trees and things. It looks really out of place. I think we need like some sort of building here or something with some crazy stuff in it. I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet with that. And of course, we're going to have to fix this thing too. It's kind of just like sitting there in the middle. There's not really much of a theme to it or anything. I like that the Fiery Fisto paint's doing pretty good though. You know, I don't think if you guys have ridden this this ride since I added some stuff to it. I'll get on real quick. We can ride it right now. There we go. I like the go-kart track right there. It's pretty nice. I think it's gonna add some things to look at while you're riding the ride. Fly right over that little queue there for the cinema. You dive into this big Batwing inversion. Bat loop. I don't know what it's called. One or the other. I do like this little roll into the MCBR, which actually went pretty well with this custom supported bridge. And we got this dive down here. We'll have some cool foliage down there when we're done with all that. May add some rocks now just to plan out where the rocks are going to go and where kind of the bigger parts of the foliage are going to be compared to the kind of flatter plains. There's our little guy over here. Alright. Also, I'm going to have some cool stuff here, I think, to support that block section run. Look at how fast it comes up there. Alright, let's lay this thing out now. Lay out our queue for our new Go-Karts track. Which side should it start from? I think an outdoor queue would be a good idea. Or like an indoor-outdoor. So we'll have it start over here, and we'll have the exit be over here. The exit should be pretty simple, so I'll do the entrance first. My idea is to kind of wrap it around like this. And then I'm going to pull it up just by one. And take it over here. Now pull it outside, so this will be a little outside section here. Oh. A little balcony kind of thing, and then we'll go indoors again. And then we'll take it, ooh, we should have it do this. We should have it go down by a ramp. And come outside one more time, but a bit closer, like that. And then take it back over here again. Then we'll wrap it around. Let's see. We're gonna have to move this entrance thing over. I don't like that too much. Let's not do that. We could just take it like this. That's probably best. And then we'll have the exit just kind of follow here. Connect there, and then I'm gonna lay out the markings for our exit so we don't get totally lost and forget about it later. Make sure we know where everything is. Everything else should be marked. I'll mark this exit as well. Obviously it's not going to stay there, but it's nice to know where it is in case you turn off the invisible path stuff. Alright, so I'm liking this so far. I think I'm going to probably call this episode here because we have lots of work to do scenery wise, and I think we're going to start next episode, and then we'll probably do it over the week after the Sunday episode. Just kind of try and progress further in this daunting task of filling the void with scenery. Lots of work to do, but keep in mind, if you do suggest a name and I like it a lot, or I even just like it enough to name it, name something after your name, you will get a nice entertainer in the Isle of the Blessed. This one right here is still Addy Zocht from last episode, who suggested the name Serpent. So if you want to get your name or your own personal person in the Isle of the Blessed, a nice, based on Greek mythology, kind of cool place back there, then you can always suggest a name. We need a name for the go-kart track. We could probably name these two. I haven't named this big ride either, the double skywheel, besides just calling it the double skywheel. And I do think a name for this entire plaza would be pretty cool, like a plaza name or a building name, something like that, that's going to kind of work with the various rides and themes for this area. But that's our time for today, so hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Sunday.